When we talk about self-image, most of us are talking about a set of beliefs that we've accepted, and we see the world through those beliefs. Another word for beliefs is constructs of concepts. So we were told you are this, you are that, you like this, you don't like that. We were just given a set of belief systems, and then we experience the world through that filter. And most of those belief systems, most of those constructs are built on negativity. They're built on fighting for survival. They're built on lots of different things. There are millions of them. And so any work that we do on self-image is to first of all find out who you are. Who are you prior to the self-image? To do that is very easy, but it's often overlooked. It's to stop, just absolutely stop what you are doing and recognize that you are present now. If there are thoughts and feelings, then you are aware of those, and those thoughts and feelings are just passing through the presence. I understand that when somebody has really been affected by the self-image, it's a feeling of contraction, it's a feeling of a sense of loneliness, it's a feeling of fear. Because we see everything as separate, everything is out there, it's separate, and it's scary. But when we start to stop accepting those negative thought forms, stop accepting those negative feelings, stop accepting them, meaning stop giving them your power. How do you do that? There's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can focus on the presence, the power and the intelligence that you are. Or there is a progressive path, which a lot of people tend to take. And the progressive path is going from negative to positive. So if there's a self-image that says, I'm not worth, I'm not deserving of love, if that's believed in enough, then we start to experience not being deserving of love. But then when we hear some information or something happens or somebody comes into our field and tells us that you flipping are worth it, it's just like the ugly duckling. You're not a duck, you're a swan. And you say, oh my God, I'm a swan. That can also make the ugly duckling syndrome fall away, and you realise that you are absolutely beautiful. You was in the wrong pond. But whichever way it happens, when we realise that we are not that negative self-image, we may take the progressive path and start to tell ourselves that we are worthy, we are lovable. When we do that, we have better life experiences. Things start to work better. Life starts to flow better, because a negative self-image needs resistance. You have to be resistant to have that. To keep that in place, there's got to be resistance. And then you're told to let go. But if you let go, everything that you held onto starts to come up, and it can be or feel more powerful because we're letting it go. So it all depends where you are on this pathless path. It's a journey that never started and never ends. And it's also not a journey. It's very paradoxical. Life is like an ocean. You've got the still, calm ocean that never changes. And then you've got the part that is always changing, which is like a fountain coming out of the ocean. And that fountain dances, and it gets caught up with frequencies and energies, and it takes itself to be the frequencies and energies. But really, the fountain is part of the ocean just coming up. That's who we are. That is not always easily accepted, and it cannot be believed. It can only be experienced. So some of the methods that I use are things like self-inquiry, which are unsparing. But the progressive path, that is usually pointed to first. It's where you change negative concepts for positive concepts so that you can feel better and you become more courageous, and things start to dance differently, and you say, do you know what, life isn't that bad. Life is beautiful, life is gorgeous. But if we're caught up in the negative self-image, and I'm not here to discredit that, I'm certainly not here to say that it shouldn't be happening, because we are being lived. Life is lifing. But that negative self-image brings a lot of problems with it. And so the encouragement is to be kind to yourself, be nice to yourself, start to tell yourself things that you want to hear, and eventually they do start to change. Gratitude is massive. a massive tool of gratitude is, I'm not saying be grateful for something that you don't like. One of the most powerful tools that I've ever come across is the thank you practice. When you say thank you, you are not resisting, you're not looking to change it, you're not looking to hold on to it. You are just saying thank you, just a simple thank you, a non-energetic thank you. So something shows up in your environment, you don't like it. You say, am I aware of it? Yes, I am, thank you. Yes, I am, thank you are frequencies up here. They're really, really high. And if you keep saying, yes, I am, thank you, yes, thank you, yes, thank you, yes, thank you start to feel different. You feel lighter. With that yes and thank you, all of these negative things can appear to be attacking you. No, you're not. Stop being silly. It's not true. You just say, am I aware of that thought? Yes, I am. Thank you. And that feeling? Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. It's the yes, thank you practice. It does take a bit of revving if you're not used to saying yes and thank you. I'm not going to lie, but it is the most direct, most effortless path. And over a very short space of time, life starts to say yes, thank you to you.